Hello everybody, I'm with Jillian, who's my guest today, and she's going to be using the gentle roller. Now Jillian, what are you going to be making with the gentle roller?
I thought I'd make a piece of silk tissue, Nuno felted, with some floral decoration.
Alright, and you've never used a gentle roller before?
No, I haven't. I first saw it, yes, on Facebook, on one of your YouTube videos.
Then. I'll let you get started on it.
Great, thanks Joni.
Alright, I'll catch up with you later, Jillian. Okay, Jillian, looks fabulous.
Thank you.
Now, would you like to describe any particular problems that you have doing this sort of piece? What have you come across in the past?
Yeah, probably the thing that happens most is that the fibres don't actually adhere properly to the silk tissue.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes half of it does and half doesn't, and then when you're felting it, it will felt on top but it hasn't actually penetrated. So then I would let it dry, and then I use my needle felting machine to adhere the parts that haven't attached to the silk tissue. And then sometimes I would need to re-roll it and felt it again after I've needle felted to finish it off. And sometimes that's the last thing I'll do too, just to make sure nothing's going to fall off or
Well, okay, that's the challenge ahead for the gentle roller. We'll see how it copes with this piece, whether we have to resort to the needle felt.
Yes, that's right. So I'll wet it down now, and
Okay, exciting.
Okay.
Okay, we're just doing a little spot check here. How do you think it's coming along, Jillian?
Yes, I'm really pleased with the way it looks, and I can tell to a certain degree just by looking, and it looks like the fleece is adhering well to the silk tissue.
Okay.
And yes, I can't see much movement, and nothing's moved actually. The design is as I laid it out, which is a great thing, because sometimes when I'm hand rolling it or rubbing it, the design will tend to move a little bit.
But you've noticed that's quite stable on the
it's
roll.
very stable, and
Okay.
I'm pleased with that. Just looking at that, it's fantastic. Yeah.
So we'll just go back. We're just going to wet it a little bit before we put it back on the roller.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Jillian, it's looking lovely. How did we go?
Yes, well, we've finished the rolling process now, and I'm really enjoying how smooth it's looking as compared to if I was hand rolling. And you pointed out a few little dry spots or places that we just needed to do a little bit of rubbing by hand.
Yeah, just a bit of spot treating,
and
as I call it.
So it's ready for the next stage, and we're going to put it in the rumbler.
We are indeed. Okay, Jillian, where are we at?
We are at the finished fulling stage, so it has been in the
Rumbler?
Mr. Coates rumbler for 800 rolls.
800 tumbles.
And tumbles, and
But you're happy with it?
I'm very happy with it, and now we have it on the table, and this is the reverse side, so you can actually see how the fibres have come through the silk tissue and the colours showing through, and
it's
it
coloured
is
the back.
shrunk by about 1/3 in length, and maybe a little bit less widthways.
But we had a lot of exposed fabric too, so
Yes,
yeah.
and
Yeah. Just turn around.
turn it around.
So Jillian, where would you be at if you were at home with your
Yes, I would
trusting pool noodle?
still be rolling and I'd be absolutely exhausted. So while this has been in the machine, we've had lunch, we've had breaks, we've had chats.
Had iced tea under the tree.
Yes, and I don't feel thoroughly exhausted. So
Okay, Jillian, it's finished and it's dry. What's your opinion of your day spent using the gentle roller?
yes, I would definitely recommend it to anybody. I found that by putting it in the roller, it saved a lot of physical rolling, but it's also got a beautiful professional finish. I am so happy with the end result.
You won't have to go back and needle punch some
Yes,
of
there's no extra hours or time needs to be spent on it finishing it off. It's
so a beautiful job.
yes.
And
what I achieved in a day would probably normally I'd have to set aside, every day for a week
yeah. Well, thank
to
you.
get this kind of finish.
Thank you for coming in and showing our viewers that, whatever type of felt you make, the gentle roller can really make a difference to your working and felting life.
Yes.
We'll leave it there.
I'm
Trio.
hooked.
Yeah, she's hooked.
I'm hooked.